Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a weekly market report. This is Ed Cox with Magnolia on Money, better known in this office as Mom. So we are glad to have you here. Some of the things we're going to talk about, let's discuss this week. What are we looking for in the market? What is it going to tell us? So there's three indexes that we're going to look at. Number one is the PPI, which is the Producer Price Index, and basically just measures the average change in price over a specified period of time that domestic producers are getting for their output. So we'll look at that. The second one is retail sales. Now, retail sales, we've talked about it. This is big. Is retail sales going to propel us into 2022 and start us off with a great first quarter, or are we going to lag behind? Are we going to get some negative numbers that maybe are not as good as economists were thinking we would be? Retail sales is big. We're going to watch those real closely. The third is the PMI. Probably one you've maybe heard about here or there, but maybe not know what it is. So this is the Purchasing Managers Index, and it is basically of the prevailing direction of the economy trends in the manufacturing and servicing sectors of our economy, which are big sectors of the economy. And it's one of the most reliable indicators for assessing the state of the U.S. economy. So it's a good, measure of the pulse of our economy. And so we'll be looking at that one for sure. So if you see it in the news, remember, hey, Ed talked about that PMI or the retail sales or the PPI. These are numbers just to take a look at and then kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the economy. Last week, S&P ended up 3.85%. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week in equities. Bond markets were down 0.72%. So bonds didn't have a great week, but equities did really, really well. I've been getting a lot of questions. Ed, this real estate market is going crazy. My neighbor sold a house down the street. It was on the market for 30 minutes, and they got $20,000 more than they were asking for it. So what's going on? Well, a couple of things. So let's talk about it. Existing home prices were about $353,000, which is up 13% from October of 2020. 13% in 1 year, existing home prices. These are not new homes, but existing. So home sales remain resilient, despite low inventory. There's not a lot of inventory out there. For anybody that's been looking for a home, it's just not a whole lot out there. And then we've got increased affordability issues. As prices rise like they have been, it pushes more and more people out of the market. They can't afford it. But even with those, it's still very, very resilient. And so some of the things that we think are attributing to this are rising rents. So when you have rising rents, people are saying, how do I fix this cost in my life? Well, I can purchase a home. Interest rates are low right now. Mortgage rates are low. Then let me fix the cost, my monthly cost for living by purchasing a home, and you know exactly what your mortgage payment is going to be. So that's part of it. Another statistic came out. It was a report that Forbes came out with. It's been about a month ago. But between July of 2020 and June of 2021, 35% of the people that sold their house received more than they were asking. So they got above asking price. Now, this is the big kicker. Of that 35% that received more, on average, they received $85,000 more than the asking price. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this is an average across the country. So, when you have California or New York, that can skew the numbers than local here. But I've seen some pretty big numbers locally that people are getting above asking price. So real estate seems to be doing well. I think it's going to continue in the first quarter of next year. So we'll look at that, see how that pans out. I'm going to leave y'all with a quote from Bob Dole. Bob Dole passed away last week. And so I'm going to leave you, I think it's fitting, leave you with a quote from him I thought was really, really funny. He said, "If you're hanging around with nothing to do and the zoo is closed, come on over to the Senate. You'll get the same kind of feeling and you won't have to pay for it." Bob Dole. said that, and I thought it was really, really funny. Y'all have a great week. God bless, and we will see you here beginning of next week. Take care.